Well, good morning. We are going to be doing Earth Day Reiki today in celebration of Mother Gaia. And so if you are watching from YouTube, I'm doing a TikTok live. And so who I will be speaking with are the people that are in the chat. And then if you're here live, this will be up on YouTube later if you're unable to stay for the whole thing, or you want to watch it back. Even though you're watching this maybe on a day that's not Earth Day, even though every day is Earth Day, right? But you will still receive the healing and the full effects from this Reiki, because Reiki spans across all space, time, and dimensions, so don't feel like you're gonna miss out. So, my name is Brittany Porter, and I am an energy healer and a mindset coach. I am also a Reiki practitioner, and so I wanted to celebrate Mother Gaia today and provide people with healing, help us all feel peace and serene today. Hey Marjorie, how are you doing? So we're going to be working with plants and all of my plants, so you're going to meet all of them, like Celeste here. So we'll be working with plants and crystals. We'll also be working with some spirit guides, if you're into spirit guides, and just different things today. So if anybody has any questions as I'm going along, please feel free to ask. We'll be doing a meditation at the beginning. This is going to be a 4 elements meditation prayer. You can keep your eyes open, you can keep your eyes closed, whatever you're comfortable with. And so we're going to be invoking the 4 elements and animals to come in and work with us too, because they're all part of Earth. So again, happy Earth Day, and we will go ahead and get started. I'm doing well, Marjorie. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. So if anybody's wondering what Reiki is, before I get started, Reiki is channeling life force energy to provide healing. And so with that, I am asking for today to help everybody feel a lot more peaceful and serene, but also help you connect in with Earth. We are all Earth beings. We're all from the Earth. We are all her children. And so this is also to help people understand that we have like verbal languaging, right? And sometimes, not everybody in here, but sometimes people think that animals or rocks or water or trees aren't on the same consciousness level as us. And they are. We're all one and the same. We're all energetic beings. We're all consciousness forms. And if it is your belief that we're all from one source point, and you don't have to take that if that's not your belief, but if you do believe that we're all from one source point, we're all one and the same. And so I think a lot of times we feel a lot of separateness from Earth, but we are Earth. and we are all Mother Gaia's children. And so this is a celebration of her today and helping everybody feel connected in. And so we're going to be talking about some different chakras and things of that nature as well. So like I said, if you have any questions, let me know as we go along, okay? So we're going to do grounding and clearing and cleansing first before we get started. I always like to do that so everybody feels nice and cleared out so you can receive all of the beautiful energy in, okay? So it gives me a second to get this Palo Santo and this sage going here. So I know I'm off camera now, but sage and Palo Santo and incense, if you're holding on to other people's energy or a lot of negative energy yourself, that is a beautiful way to do cleansing and clearing. All 3 of them work in different ways, and so it's whatever your preference is, but we'll be working with all 3 of them today. So this is Eucalyptus Sage. It's a mixture of the 2. So it smells really good too. Like if you want to clear your house as well, this is a great thing, especially like if you work in a service industry, or if you work in like healthcare where you're around a lot of people and taking on a lot of people's energy. It's good to cleanse yourself in your home space at the end of the day. And with Reiki, if there are any parts of this or pieces of this that don't resonate with you, you don't have to take that. You can say skip, or you can say, I want to receive like parts of this. That's okay. Like not everybody's like truth is your truth. Not everybody feels the same way about things. You have to use your discernment. Like I always like to tell people that. With Reiki, when I'm holding the intention to help with something, Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you. When I'm holding the intention to help with something, Reiki is going to help you in what you need help with. So I can hold the intentions, but if you need help in some area of your body or your mindset or your chakra system, your auric field, your etheric field, Reiki's going to come in and help you with what you need. And so if you feel tugging in your body and anywhere, or you feel like sensations, that's normal. That's Reiki coming in and helping you move around stuck and stagnant energy. And so a lot of people experience it a lot of different ways. And so if it's ever too intense, and not to spook you, just if this is your first time like feeling Reiki, if it's too intense, you can ask the Reiki to turn it down. You can say, hey, can we dial that down a notch? And it will do that, okay? Because I've had Reiki sessions before where I was moving, like, especially in my heart space, a lot of stuck and stagnant energy, and I was like, whoa, that's intense. So you can ask it to do that as well. This is Palo Santo. This is great for cleansing and clearing as well, and it smells amazing. And thank you for all the likes, everybody. It helps more people be able to come in and enjoy on this beautiful Earth Day. Okay, this is, what incense am I using? This is Good Vibes incense. So incense is really good for helping you cleanse and clear as well. It also like lifts your vibration and lifts your frequency when you use it. I burn incense all day long at my house. Can we be moving around and ready to receive it? Yes, you can, if you're holding the intention to receive, all you have to do is say, I accept. You can move around, you can have this on in the background. Like I said, Reiki spans across all space, time, and dimensions. So if you're accepting the healing, you're going to receive it, whatever you're doing on your end over there. Okay. All right. So this is Florida water and moon water that I made with the new moon. So I amplified like manifestation powers in it with the new moon energy, with the Aries moon. Okay, so if you want to accept this, like I said, you can say accept in your mind or aloud in the chat. And this is also a good protection form. So you can spray this on you like before you go out in your day, and it will help protect your energy fields. Okay. So we have chakras in our hands. We have hundreds of chakras. A lot of people know about the main 7, and then there's like 12 that I work with. But we also have chakras in our hands, and this is where I am projecting the Reiki from. And so I'm going to put eucalyptus. Yes, give me some of that moon water. Yes, with the manifesting. Okay, so I'm going to put eucalyptus and peppermint in my hands. And then I'm going to send it through the ethers to you so that you feel calm and relaxed and serene. Some people have the ability to smell things through the ethers, clairsalience, and this is where you can smell things that aren't there, but you're really smelling things through the ethers. And so I like to do this part too for people that have that gift and ability. Okay, peppermint spray is also really good if you experience anxiety or you get in fight or flight mode a lot. If you put peppermint spray in your purse or your bag and you spray it on yourself kind of when you're getting in that like frazzly mode, right? It can reset your central nervous system and get you out of that panicky mode. Peppermint is great. It's also really good to spray on your front door. Make sure you get something that can go on your skin. Okay. But it's good to spray on your front door for manifestation. It's like bringing new life and vitalization and new energy into your home. And so I do that along with like blowing cinnamon in your door, but we don't have to get into all that. But okay, so this is my Selenite Wands. So my Selenite Wand, I use this to draw away anything that's no longer serving you. So maybe it's behavioral patterns, maybe it's negative thinking, maybe it's health related, wellness related. So whatever it is that you're wanting to let go of and release, you can ask the Selenite Wand to take it from you, okay? I also use it as a scanner afterwards, and so it will scan where you have stuck and stagnant energy in your body, so you might feel some sensations and things moving around. So that's what we're going to do with the selenite. So if you want to put it in the chat too, feel free. Like sometimes affirming in a written form, even though it's text and not written form, if you want to put it in the chat, what you're letting go of, and I'll read some of them, because I always find that that's beneficial for other people, because it's like we're all going through very similar things. Okay, so I am personally letting go of the need to like hold on to certain realities like that are no longer serving me, and because it's scary sometimes, like changing, right? But that's part of like Earth Day cycles, like letting go of things that are no longer serving us for grander and greater things. Okay. And you don't have to put it in the chat. I know sometimes that's personal, but attachments. I let go of what no longer serves me. Beautiful. And you can do overall affirmations like that too. Like, I'm letting go of everything that's no longer serving me. With ease and grace. I always say to back it up with that, with ease and grace. I need to let go of some people on Instagram. Okay. We're doing like reassessments of relationships. Negative thoughts. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Negative self-talk. This is a great starter crystal too, like if you're just getting into crystals. Selenite is really great because it will cleanse your other crystals and you don't have to charge it as often, but it draws like negativity from your other crystals, like especially if like you're a healer and work with your crystals a lot. Selenite's great. Letting go of worry. That's beautiful. Hey, Kate. Okay, so we're gonna do the scanner now. Mine is pointed at all my other crystals. Yeah, that's great. That way it's kind of like, and it's kind of like siphoning from them like anything that it's holding on to. I let go of self-doubt. Beautiful, beautiful. Imposter syndrome. I know a lot of people, including myself, get caught up with imposter syndrome a lot, so that's a good one to let go of. Okay. Okay, so the next one that we're going to use, and this is a great starter crystal as well if you're just getting into crystals, like highly recommend, is clear quartz. So this is one of my clear quartz. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Oh, thank you for saying my energy is beautiful. That's very sweet. Thank you. Mirror reflections. Anytime that you like something in somebody else, it's because you see that in yourself, whether or not you believe that or not. It's because you like that within yourself. Okay, so this is clear quartz. Clear quartz is an amplifier. So anything that you want to amplify, like joy, peace, serenity, like anything at all, clear quartz is great for that. You can also pair it with your other crystals and it will amplify the healing properties of the other crystals. So like if I'm using my Serpentine or Serpentine, however you want to say it, you can pair them together when you're in meditation and it will help amplify those things. So I'm asking my clear quartz to amplify everything that we're doing today. And so I use my tablet here as a guide for your etheric body. And so like this is your Earth Star chakra down here, which we'll talk about, and like this is your crown chakra up here. And so we'll do it over your etheric body. Sorry, it's kind of heavy. I see my hand shaking. It's a big crystal. And I got the beautiful bird songs on this morning. I went outside and I was like, ooh, that would be really nice on the Earth Day Reiki. Okay. So we are going to do our invocation meditation prayer together. So, and we're going to be using oracle cards too. So we're going to do all the fun things. Oh, Sunflower, thank you for saying you like my laugh. I appreciate that. And Find My Voice, we are doing Earth Day Reiki today. Plant and crystal Reiki. So this in shamanism, this is the medicine wheel. And so that you can see a jaguar and a serpent and an eagle or condor, depending, and a hummingbird. And so these are the animals that we're going to be working with, and they all represent different elements as well. And so for Earth Day, it's not just about, like, it is about Mother Gaia, but we're also like paying our respects to the animals and the plants and the elements and all like the tree beings today, the elemental beings, nature spirits. Oh, thank you for saying I'm an amazing manifestation coach. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. That was very sweet. Okay, so we're going to be working with these lovely beings in our prayer. And like I said, you can keep your eyes open, you can keep your eyes closed, whatever you're comfortable with. So let me drink some water. Okay. So you can keep your eyes open, closed. We are all going to take a big breath in together through our nose, and then we're going to breathe out. So we're going to take one more breath in through our nose and then breathe out through our mouth. Remember, air is life. We surround ourselves with divine white light and gold protection, and we call in our spiritual guides, known and unknown. We call in the direction south, element fire, snake or animal snake, ruler of our spiritual body and controller of our chi and our powers of imagination and intuition. We call in the direction west, element water, animal jaguar, ruler of our emotional body, giving us powers to feel and to adapt. Direction of the setting sun, endings, death, and the angel of death. And when I say that, life is cyclical. We all know that, so I don't want that part to spook you. Okay, we call in the direction west, element water, animal jaguar, ruler of our emotional body, giving us power. Oh, I read that one, my bad. We call in the direction north, element earth, animal hummingbird, ruler of our physical body, the five senses, health, prosperity, and all the plants and animals, blossoms, and pets. We call in the direction east, element air, animal, eagle, or condor, ruler of our mental bodies, giving us powers of discernment, appreciation of art, beauty, the power of words and communication, direction of the rising sun, new beginnings every day. To all the spirits, thank you so much for all that you've given us, and please continue to guide us in our thoughts and our words and our deeds. Thank you, and if you agree, say ho. Ho. And you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. Okay. I always love that prayer. Oh, it's just bringing everybody to the party. Okay, so before we get started with our plants, we are going to talk about Earth a little bit here. So this is the Earth card from my Shamanism deck. Beautiful, beautiful card here. And then I'm going to read from my Oracle deck. Earth represents the gift of life. The symbol on this card refers to the body of the earth, the human body, and nature herself. We're reminded by the symbol that all creatures are born of the earth, and human beings are the stewards of life on this planet. It refers to what we make of it, our health, wealth, security, grounding, solidity, and stability. It reminds us that the world of form is a gift from spirit and needs to be treated with respect. When the earth symbol appears, it represents a need to focus on reverence and appreciation for the natural gifts that are coming to you now and always. The concrete world you inhabit is there by the grace of spirit, and you are a part of it. Much can be accomplished now when you focus on compassionate, reverent service to the world. If you act with integrity, gratitude, and humility, you will find yourself more prosperous than you can imagine. Success is assured when the earth appears as an invitation. So this is saying, like, we are stewards of the earth. We are meant to be helping take care of the plants and the animals and the trees and the grass and the water and the rocks. And just like they take care of us, like trees help us breathe, and we need to be mindful of that and help them where we can, right? So maybe that looks like you picking up trash whenever you see it on the grounds. That means being nice to your fellow human, right? Because we are also earth beings. Not squishing bugs. I know sometimes that can be a little, like, especially me, I have a little bit of a fear about wasps. But they're beautiful in their own right, and they're here for a reason, just like we're here for our own reason, right? I've been working on that one. Happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. Okay, so this is the medicine of the earth. Do you feel ungrounded or easily thrown off your path? It is time to focus on what nurtures you, to open yourself up to the healing of Mother Earth and see the abundant world around you. Perhaps you've lost the ability to trust that your needs will be met and have fallen prey to poverty consciousness. Perhaps you have not been eating well, been overworked and stressed, forgotten to breathe in the beauty of your surroundings. When the spirit of earth comes as your medicine, you're being reminded that when you practice self-care, take a walk in nature, and focus on the consciousness of abundance, miracles can and do happen. So with this, sometimes we get real stressed, right, about life. And I cannot stress enough that the importance of like going out into nature and disconnecting. Like putting your phone in the car, as long as that's safe. Sometimes you need that as a safety measure, but maybe turn it on silent in your pocket. But going out and connecting with like the bees and the trees and the leaves and the grass and putting your bare feet on the earth and connecting in helps you feel so grounded and abundant. Like if you're out in nature and there's all this beauty around you, it's really difficult, that I found, to feel in lack. Like maybe you have a lot of stuff going on in your present day reality, but when you're there in the moment and very present with nature, it's like, I am abundant. Look at all this beautiful, beautiful landscapes around me. Even if it's 10 minutes a week or 10 minutes a day or whatever that is for you, sometimes like a 10-minute reset can do wonders for you, right? And so today, if you can, make a commitment to yourself at some point to go out, even if it's for like 10 minutes, to go out and connect with Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. And today is the perfect day to do it because it's Earth Day and it's like very amplified today. I would highly suggest that. I pet bees. I actually touched this bee the other day when it was on this flower. I asked it first. I was like, can I touch you? I used to have an intense fear of bees. Because we don't have to get into that, but I was allergic to bees, bee stings, but I pet him and it was just like the nicest little moment. Like he was like, okay, and I touched him on his back and it was just really sweet. I'm an Aquarius, if you can't tell. Okay, so let's bring in one of my, friends here. This is Uma. I thought that she was an ivy plant, and so I named her Uma, like Uma Thurman from Poison Ivy from Batman. Or she told me her name was Uma. It turns out she's an arrowhead plant. So plants help us breathe. They help us breathe. They bring life and vitality. And Uma she has all these new little springlings that came up here, all these teeny little tiny leaves, like this one, like are here, teeny tiny. And so with her, she had some sick leaves and I felt really bad about plucking them off because I was like, oh, I don't want to hurt you. Then my friend was like, well, if you're sick, sometimes you have to like, reset, if that makes sense. And so I plucked those things off, like the dead parts, if that makes sense. And then all these new springlings came up. So that's like representative of like how we cycle in life too. Like how things sometimes aren't in resonance or alignment with anymore. And we have to make snips, and it hurts when we do that sometimes because it's what we've gotten used to and comfortable with, or maybe it's relationships that we've been in for a long time. But sometimes those things aren't serving us anymore. And so it's that death and birth energy, that phoenix type energy of letting go of things that are no longer serving us so that new things can grow. Right? And she feels so much better. She looks so much better. Okay, so what I am doing with Uma here and all of my plants is I am working with Reiki to amplify their healing energy. And so you'll receive whatever Uma wants to give you as far as like oxygen and vitality. She keeps on saying vitality. So we're amplifying her energy. And you can see she's kind of like dancing here. This is one of Uma's original sprouts here, standing strong and tall. Also with self-care. So this sprout right here yesterday was like this. And I was like, oh, Uma. And so I gave her some water, and this morning she's doing much better. So that's also representative of like self-care. like making sure you're drinking enough water, but also taking care of yourself when you start to feel droopy. Do you put stones with them? Stones help with their growth too. I do put stones in with them sometimes. I probably need to do that more often, honestly. I work with my crystals almost every single day, so sometimes I forget, honestly, to put them in there. But I am going to talk about one that's called a gardener's stone. So I might put that one in with Cactus Jones. He's my cactus, and he's struggling a little bit, so I might put him in there. All right. Okay, thank you, Uma. Okay. So we'll get our next crystal. So this is the crystal I was just referring to. So this is green moss agate. This is also known as the gardener's stone. So I'm going to wave it over everybody's etheric body. So green moss agate is a manifestation stone as well. And so this is good for short-term manifestation. So if you're trying to get some like quick cash, or like you're going into like an interview for a job, green moss agate's great to put in your pocket because it's like quick things that you need like right now in this moment or coming like soon. And then it also helps connect you into nature on a deeper level, and nature spirits. It helps you connect to them as well. Like call forth nature spirits to work with. Maybe that's like fairies, whatever that is, runner spirits, nature runners. It also attracts new bonds of friendship. So if you're looking for your soul tribe, green moss agate is a good one to have. This is a good one to put with your plants. This helps plants grow. Like I said, it's known as the gardener's crystal. Or if you're new to plants and you are trying to take care of plants better, or learn how to take care of plants, this would be your good assistant to have with you. Hey Vanessa, I'm doing well. How are you? Okay. Thank you. All right, so who wants to come up next? Okay. This is Marco. Okay, I'm going to talk about these plants a little bit. So Marco, when I started working with plants, like on a more like conscious level of saying like, oh, you're a consciousness being that I can speak to, just like an animal or a tree, like whatever, right? Yeah, they tell me what their names are. Like Marco was like, my name's Marco. And I was like, okay. I was like, let's do a different name. He was like, no. So they will start talking back to you. If you talk to your... If you, keeping up with Emmy, if you'll send me a message at Soul Harmony Healing, I'll talk to you about that. And I'm so sorry about that. If you talk to your plants like they're consciousness beings and you want to connect with them, especially with your house plants, if you start with your house plants, you will start hearing plants and animals and trees talk to you on a much higher frequency and consciousness level outside as well. Like now I talk to trees and bushes and like all these things, right? But it's about believing that they're consciousness forms. And like I said, if that's not your truth, that's not your truth, and that's okay. But if you are on that vibe and you start working with them like that, like before, I was not a plant person because I would kill them. I didn't know how to take care of them. One, because I wasn't taking time to research about how to take care of them best. But also now I can just ask them, do you need water? Do you need more sun? What is it that you need, right, to help you? Oh, I'm so sorry about this. This tissue allergy ad. Okay, that was funny. But now I can ask them, like, what do you need? What do you need to help thrive, right? And so giving them a name is great. Usually if you ask them what their name is, they'll tell you what their name is. And so you can, you know, that's a very human concept, but sometimes that helps us like conceptualize like them as conscious beings a little bit. And so ask them what their name is and then start talking to them like that, right? Trees, I did that for the first time and got the name Ralph. That's very cute. I like that, Ralph. They'll tell you, like they'll literally tell you. That happened to me today with the tree, believe it or not. I took your advice about connecting with, oh, that's you, trees with, and Ralph. Great, good. I'm glad that you connect, and I'm going to talk about tree spirits a little bit here in a second. Okay, so this is Marco. I went to like a gardening place, and I saw Marco, and he was like, I want to go home with you, and I was like, okay, Marco, let's go. So he is a succulent. If you are a empath or a light worker, succulents and cacti and not Barbara, but her name's Barbara, but my snake plant, they're really good for protection against other people's energy because they have spikes, and it's a good reminder for your subconscious that you need to protect yourself and do clearing and keep boundaries and things of that nature. But you can ask them to help you with that too. Like you can say, hey, can you give me knowledge and wisdom about boundaries and shielding and clearing and not holding on to people's stuff and having equal energy exchanges. Like they're beautiful plants. A tree told my son his name was Ralph on Monday. Wow, okay, so 2 Ralph trees. I like that. Hey, Bryn. Ralph must be a popular name with the tree spirits. So I'll hold Marco up here so everybody can say, isn't he cute? He's got these like little stripes. Cutie. All right, thank you, Marco. He's funny. Okay, he's very sassy. Some of my plants are very sassy. Okay, so we're gonna do another oracle card here, and we're gonna talk about Mother Gaia. Where did I put my? So this is Gaia. So they're one and the same, but oh, thank you for saying Marco's adorable. He appreciates that. Okay, so the earth plane, like the earth, like the dirt, right? Like that type of, like that is one consciousness form. And then there's Mother Gaia, who is like the mother, the creator, the creatrix. They're one and the same, but sometimes like breaking them down like that, like your root chakra connecting you to the earth plane, and then your earth star chakra, which we're going to talk a little bit about. So your earth star chakra connects you to the heart of Mother Gaia, like her actual consciousness form as a being, right? Celestial form. And so sometimes I find saying that helps people differentiate, even though they're the same, but it's okay. Okay, so Mother Gaia, Earth Connection, and this is who we are celebrating today, Earth Connection. And it says, be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded. She is the ultimate mother. Okay, so I'm gonna read from my guidebook here. Gaia is Mother Earth. She is the keeper of the light who holds the planet in her hands and heart. Her kiss is on every animal's forehead. She is the life that moves through the plants, the sweetness within the honey, and the force that encourages the bees to fly. She loves, protects, and guides all beings. She asks us to love them too. How can we help? How can we help the planet? That is her question for you today. Okay. You are blessed to receive this great mother card today because it shows that the earth itself, through the image of Gaia, is protecting your path. You are a strong, focused, and loving individual. Stay grounded and don't allow your imagination, ego, or fears to run away with you. Ensure your choices are for the highest good. Gaia is also bringing in her motherly love to you and encircling you in a cocoon of peace. I'm sure everybody can use that, all right? Okay. If you have had troubles with a mother in your life, or are feeling disconnected from or grieving your own mother, Gaia helps revitalize the connection and will bring healing where it is possible. If you are a mother and are worrying about these duties, know that Gaia is thanking you for your hard work and commitment. The earth is blessed to have you. So it is, I'm going to get personal for a minute. So it is my grandmother's birthday tomorrow. And I just heard her come in because she's no longer with me on this plane, right? And so I think it's very succinct. And then I just read that card and I heard her come in. But if you have a mom or a grandmother, like my grandmother raised me, But if you have a past loved one on the other side, today is a beautiful day to connect with them because it's amplified through Mother Gaia herself. Every day you can do that, right? That's not saying this is just some auspicious, like, special day. But today, because it's on our mind that it's Earth Day and we're all Earth beings, and Mother Gaia, you know, is the ultimate mother, she can help you connect with a past loved one as well, or even strengthen the connection with the mother that you have now. So, all right. So we're going to work with another crystal. So this is Dragon's Blood Jasper. Isn't it beautiful? Dragon's Blood Jasper. I was on the way to a Native American land site to go connect in and like pay my respects, and I picked up this Dragon's Blood Jasper at this crystal store along the way, and I like stuck my hand in the bowl and pulled this one out, and I think it was pretty neat that it looks like an arrowhead. I thought that was very synchronistic, and I took it to the land and charged it. Oh, actually I charged all my crystals there. But it was a beautiful time. But I thought it was very synchronistic. So Dragon's Blood Jasper is only found in Australia. And that is where it is from. It enhances life force energy. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thank you. I appreciate that. If that's if you were talking to me. So enhances life force energy, like your Kundalini energy. Reiki energy is helping amplify Reiki right now. It also helps with patience and forgiveness. So if those are things that you're working on, I have a soon-to-be teenage son. So patience is something that I'm working on right now. And forgiveness, if you need to forgive self or forgive others and hold more compassion. It also helps increase positive outlook. So if you've been kind of like feeling kind of negative about self or the world or what's going on, Dragon's Blood Jasper can help with that. Okay. Oh, it's a Dragon's Blood Jasper. Dragon's Blood Jasper. Okay. All right, who's going to come up next here? Oh, let me light this incense. Okay. I'll give everybody some more incense before we go to the next thing. Also, if you're interested in Reiki 101 sessions, I do those as well. I'm a Reiki practitioner. I also do Akashic record readings. I do soul contract reviews. I do past version healing. I do mindset work and trauma healing as well, if anybody's ever in need of that. And you can go to my bio. It says one-on-one healing sessions. The Reiki that I do there is a little bit different. It's me going into all your chakras individually and letting you know what comes up. It's therapy based and it's energy healing based. Okay, these are my bamboo. Okay, my son named these. This is Bambussy and Bamboosy. So bamboo are representative, grand rising to you as well. So bamboo are representative of good luck and good fortune, and they're also representative when you have two of them together. They are representative of love, bringing more love into your life. What is the purpose of accessing your Akashic records? Accessing your Akashic records lets you know a lot of different things. It can help you tap into past lives, why you incarnated here during this time, why you're going through certain behavioral cycles or patterns, or why certain people are in your life, or cycles of people, like certain type of people. It just helps you get a bird's eye view of your past lives and current life. Does that make sense? Yes, Bamboosy and Bambussy. they're funny plants. But we were gonna get one, and then we felt bad, and we were like, oh well, they need a friend, so we get another one. So they enjoy being together. I think because they're love plants, and so they're like, I want another one with me. I attract the same person in different bodies. That happens. Like that's been a running theme in my life until I figured out like why I kept attracting those type of people. And most often it's so you like learn something from that cycle, that lesson. Okay. Yeah, it can be frustrating. It can be frustrating. It's having to figure out like what's the common denominator. Like what do you keep seeing come up? Like what are the behavioral patterns and cycles that keep coming up? Okay. Thank you. All right. And so the next crystal that we're going to work with here, I don't like to say use because I'm not using them, if that makes sense. I'm working with them. And so I'm trying to change my languaging there. So yeah, sometimes you are the common denominator. Sometimes like I was attracting a lot of narcissists into my life, but that's because I didn't have the best like self-confidence and self-esteem and self-worth. And so like I was attracting people that were taking advantage of that stuff I had going on. So like I had to work on my stuff internally, and then I started attracting different people. But that's why, well, we don't have to get into all that. We're doing Reiki right now. I was going to say, I'll go off on a tangent. Okay, so the next one we have, this is Kyanite. And so Kyanite is known as the revitalizing stone, the revival stone. Kind of looks like a crow. If you look at it, that's one of the reasons I got this piece specifically, because it looks like a crow. And so this is one of the crystals that you don't have to charge. Like it self-charges. It can also charge your other crystals, and it absorbs, like if you're a healer or you work with crystals a lot, right? And you work with them to help heal you. Your crystals, if you're not charging or cleansing them, kind of like hold on to energy and can get really heavy, like dense energetically. And so putting like Kyanite over them can help pull any negative energy that's latched onto them. It's also a really good protection. Like most black colored stones are good protection crystals, but this is a really good protection crystal. So this one is also linked to your Earth Star chakra, which I'm going to talk about a little bit, your Earth Star chakra, but it's also like, it really amplifies psychic and spiritual abilities. So if you're trying to access like past lives through the Akashic records, or like whatever that looks like for you, or you're trying to connect with your spirit guides, Kyanite is a beautiful, beautiful crystal to do that. Like it helps ground you, but it's also like helps you connect into the etheric astral planes. It also helps you with soul healing. So there's like really deep rooted like karmic cycles and karmic lessons like we were talking about. It helps you heal those as well, or helps you perceive them from a different viewpoint. Okay, yeah. This is a newer one of my crystals. Yep, Kyanite. Yep. And this one's specifically black Kyanite. There's a couple different ones, and the one I'm talking about, like this one that does those things, that's black Kyanite. So your Earth Star chakra. Your Earth Star chakra is located 12 inches below your feet. It connects you into the heart of Mother Gaia. So a lot of like empaths or people that are starseeds or light workers. Hey, Lori. Hey, good morning. So a lot of people that are empaths, starseeds, light workers, if you're from other dimensional spaces and you feel like you can never get grounded enough, right? Connecting in through your Earth Star chakra has helped me significantly do that, because your Earth Star chakra, like sometimes we get really like, I don't want to be here because I know I'm from somewhere else, but like you signed up for this for a reason. Like you signed up for this human incarnation, and sometimes we like bypass that and they're like, I wish I was somewhere else, and we forget like all of the beautiful things that life has to offer. So Wayne Dyer, he's a spiritual teacher, he said, if we did not have a human body, how would we experience eating chocolate cake? Like that is one of my favorite quotes. And maybe it's something else for you. Maybe like there aren't dogs on another, you know, plane of existence. Maybe there's not beaches. Maybe you can't go on a roller coaster. Like, there's certain things that only you can do here on this plane, right? Also, most of the time, like, you signed up to come here for a specific reason. Maybe that's like growth that you wouldn't have experienced somewhere else, or like maybe people in your life. Like, maybe I wasn't, I'm experiencing like being a mom in this one, right, to my son, and maybe I wouldn't have experienced like him and his soul, which I know I have, like, we've incarnated, but like maybe there's certain souls that you wouldn't have connected with unless you were here. And so your Earth Star chakra also works in tandem with your Soul Star chakra. So your Soul Star chakra is above your crown chakra and above your causal chakra. Your Soul Star chakra is where your gifts, your purpose, why you incarnated here, your Akashic records, like what are you doing here? That is where that's held. So when you open up your Earth Star chakra and you connect further into Mother Gaia and Mother Earth, right, and you start to appreciate being here, what happens is your Soul Star chakra really starts opening up, because it's like, okay, I enjoy being here. Let's figure out what I want to do here and why I'm here. Like, I'm good. I'm good being here, right? Even though sometimes life will be real tough sometimes, okay? But the more that you learn to appreciate it, and that's why I'm doing this for Earth Day too, the more you appreciate being here and the things that only you can experience here and really start connecting in, your Soul Star chakra really opens up. And this is not to say to do it to open up your Soul Star chakra. It's just something that comes along with it. So if you want to open up that chakra, working with your Earth Star chakra is great. Also, working with your Earth Star chakra, like I said, it grounds you like so much further in, like, than your root chakra. Your root chakra is great, but if you get to your Earth Star chakra, like, you also open up like a whole new realm and dimensions and frequencies up here in your third eye and your crown chakra, because you can only ascend up as far as you're grounded in. Like, your stellar gateway chakra, your Soul Star chakra, there's such high vibration and frequency that if you're not tethered onto the earth plane, like, one, none of that stuff matters. Like, all the past lives and all that stuff, and all like the starseed, like all that stuff, like, it's beautiful and it's amazing. But if you are disassociating from your body in this experience, you're going to end up coming back. Because, I'm not saying it's not good to come back, but like, you're here, enjoy your time here. And like, that stuff will start to open up more and more for you too. But that stuff opens up to show you how to utilize it in this plane, on this incarnation, on this existence. It all works in like tandem with one another. And like I said, use your discernment and what's true for you. If that feels like it's resonating, take that. If not, don't take that. I gotta restart my music here, so everybody give me 1 second. Okay, so your Earth Star chakra. I think somebody had a question. Oh yes, your Earth Star chakra. Okay, I'm gonna give you another way to connect in with your Earth Star chakra too. Okay, so there is a meditation on YouTube. It's called Starseed Meditation Earth Star Chakra, and it's by a woman named Carlina. If you need help finding it, you can message me on Soul Harmony Healing, my Instagram, and I'll send it to you. If it doesn't resonate now, you have your next time to learn. And yes, we're doing Reiki. So that meditation is Starseed Meditation, Earth Star Chakra. Basically what that meditation does, like, if you're ready to look at your soul contract, it will help you look at it and say, like, why did I come here? What am I doing? I did that meditation when I was out on the Native American landscape. I don't know why I'm saying landscape. And it was just beautiful. And I was able to look at my soul contract I had before, but like in a different perspective. And I highly suggest it. Like, this is why I chose to come here. Type of meditation, right? And so if you want that, let me know and I'll send it to you. Also, working with trees. Trees are very ancient beings, and they have so much wisdom because they have seen so much, okay? And there is an interconnectedness underneath the earth of the trees, so they share information with one another and wisdom and guidance, and they love helping human beings. Like, love helping us, because them helping us we help them, and everybody helps each other. So if you're trying to connect to your Earth Star chakra and connect into Mother Gaia on a deeper level, I highly suggest going out and putting your hands on some trees, or sitting with your back on a tree and meditating and asking it to help you ground into your Earth Star chakra and open your Earth Star chakra up. Like if you're feeling very lost right now in life and you're like, what the heck am I doing here? What's going on, right? Working with the trees will help bring you a lot of clarity, and asking them to help you connect with Mother Gaia so she can start downloading things in for you and telling you, this is what you can do here on this incarnation. This is what you're supposed to be doing, right? Not supposed to be doing, like what you signed up to do. Like, and that's the thing too. People, when you're looking at soul contracts are editable. Like that's something you and your higher self and your team of friends or whatever said, this would be fun for you to experience, right? But you don't have to do the things that are on your soul contract. Like when I have made edits in my soul contract before, like it's not something that's like taking away your free will. Like you wrote that. And it's just like if you wrote a book and you wanted to do a revised edition, like nobody's stopping you from doing that, okay? I did that today. I could feel the energy up and down the tree. Yeah, that's also one of the ways that I started seeing energy, like, is to sit under a tree and look at the branches and look at that, like, kind of like not focus as much and look at the branches, and I could see the energy around the tree branches and the leaves. Like, that's a beautiful way to start seeing energy as well, like trees. Our tree was cut down and I put my hands on the stump daily. That's great. That sounds like that you're providing healing to the tree, which I'm sure that it loves and appreciates. Like you can send love to nature. Like go out and put your hands on the earth and say like, I'm sending you healing energy, right? I went on a hike with my friends a couple weeks ago, and there was this tree that you could tell was dying and it was really sick. And I could feel it was like energetically crying. And so I put my hands on it and I was trying to help it pass over to the other side. And it was just so incredibly thankful that somebody was paying attention to it and that somebody saw that it was hurting. And like, I think that sometimes we only think that's true for like dogs and cats and things like that, and horses and, you know, things like that. But like bugs appreciate that too, and bushes and trees and water and rocks and things, like they appreciate that. This live is oddly specific to my day today. Well, good. It's a good synchronicity. But that tree really needed that healing, just like we need healing. Like we get sad or upset about things. I'll give you an example. So there's this, like, I was at my son's baseball game. I'm getting off topic here, but it's okay. I was at my son's baseball game, and this bug like flew on the ground and it fell on his back. It was like this giant beetle, and I could hear it saying, "Can you help me get up?" And instead, so I took a second and like flipped him over, and he was like, "Thanks," right? And like, you can say that's wackadoo or whatever, but like, that's how I live my life. Okay. And the thing about that is that there was somebody sitting next to me and was like, "Why did you do that?" And then I said, "Oh, if I was a bug, I wouldn't want to be on my back, like, all right, like trying to get up, like freaking out." And so, like, you never know, like, when you do things like that, or like pick up trash off the ground, like who's watching or hearing you, and you're like planting seeds, like, hey, maybe we should be a little more kinder, or help with Earth a little bit more. Right? Like that, I know that person saw next to me, like, is really gonna make them think about like bugs in a different way, right? Anyway, okay. I'm gonna use the restroom really quick, so if everybody can hold on like 5 minutes, not even that long, I will be back, okay? I'm still trying to be more mindful about wasps. Like, they're beautiful creatures, right? Okay, thank you for waiting. Yes, and mosquitoes. Yep, everything has its place here and reasons for being here, right? Okay, yeah, spiders. I had a spider get on my shirt the other day, and normally I like in the past I would like like fling it off, but this time I was like, oh, okay, well, hey, you probably don't want to be flung. Let's get you outside, right? And then I was like, what's the spiritual meaning of like a spider? Because like nothing is coincidental, like everything's happening for reasons. And so like I looked up spider, and then it was very reminiscent to things that were going on in my life in that moment. But like if I was a spider, I wouldn't want to be flung off somebody, right? It was just like chilling on my shirt. It wasn't really, you know, like doing anything. All right. This is Eucalyptus Sage. So let's get sassafras here. Okay, so this is sassafras. She is not sassafras plant. She just wanted to be called sassafras. So sassafras, very interesting with her. So I went to the same garden that I got Marco. If you weren't in here earlier, this is Marco. I went to the garden, and I was, she's not as sassy, which was very interesting to me. She doesn't really have a sassy personality. So I'm not sure why she picked sassafras, but that's okay. So I was at the store or the garden, and I was getting Marco, and then sassafras said, I need you to take me home. And I said, oh, I've already got enough plants, and I'm getting Marco. And she was like, no, you have to take me home. That also happened with Celeste here. And I was like, I don't know. And I picked her up, and then I put her down, and I picked her up, and I put her down. And she was just like, can you please take me home? And I was like, okay, I'll take you home. And then when I got her in the car, I could hear her like have like a big sigh of relief and be like, thank goodness. And I think sometimes like when I'm talking to plants, you never know what's going to happen to them. Like maybe she would have like died there, or like thrown in the trash. I don't know what was going to happen to her, but her and Celeste were very adamant that I take them home. Like there was no option. Like I had to take them. And so she has a very strong personality. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can hear them talk. Like get some house plants and ask what their name is. Ask them to give you some wisdom and guidance, and they will. Right? So maybe I'll open her Akashic records one day and see why she wanted me to take hers home so badly. I think she's the type of grass. It didn't really explain very well on the card that I got, but I think she's the type of grass. And what I'm doing for anybody that just popped in, I am amplifying sassafras's energy here with Reiki energy to help you heal, to help you feel better, help you feel peace and serene. You can see my Kyanite. If you get Kyanite, by the way, it like rubs off on things. Yeah, everything has Akashic records. Everything. That tapestry has an Akashic, like everything does, because everything is an energy. Thank you, Sassafras. Everything is an energy form and has its own consciousness. Everything has an Akashic record, not just human beings. So you can do Akashic records of your house. You can do Akashic records of this ring I'm wearing. Like everything has like life, right? And it has its own journey and its time and space. It's energy being formed into matter. But like what happened with that energy before this lifetime? Like that tapestry, right? Like maybe that was a person, maybe that was a rock, maybe it was a bird, like whatever it is, like it's an energy form that's a tapestry in this one. Right? But who knows like what was going on with the tapestry beforehand. That's why like saying like bugs, like that might have been a person like in a different incarnation, like wherever it spent its time energy form. Okay, let's do green aventurine. So this is green aventurine, and green aventurine is a heart chakra crystal. It helps you follow your heart's desires. So following your heart's desires. yeah, deities, they would have Akashic records because they're energy forms. I've really never thought about opening up a deity's Akashic records. You would have to, like with anything, you need to ask its permission. Like you shouldn't just like open up people and things. Like if you want to open up your dog's Akashic records, just ask them, like, do you want to? And most of the time, like, if they don't want you to, they'll walk off. Right? I've had that happen before. Like, not everything wants it read. Or if I ask my crystal, can I read your Akashic record? Like, maybe it etherically says no. And then you need to respect that. I'm not specifically talking to you, just anybody. I don't want a deity to end me. I think they would just tell you no if they don't want you to read their Akashic records. Okay. So following your heart's desires. So green moss agate is good for quick manifestations. Green aventurine is good for long-term manifestations. And so like long-term goals. So this is a good one to have for those. It also helps with personal growth. And so if you're trying to learn something new, or maybe like started a new job, this is good for helping with those things. It also comforts and harmonizes your heart chakra. So if you've been feeling like discomfort or unease with that, green aventurine can help bring harmony and balancing to your heart chakra. Also, like if you're not sure what you want, like if you have like big dreams and goals that you're working to, but you're not exactly like sure how to step to those, like green aventurine is a good like clarity stone, like to help you see the steps. Hey Rochelle, good morning. Okay. Let's get, you know what, we'll do my other oracle card. Where did she go? Okay. So this is Green Tara. Green Tara and Supreme Protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitations and trust. Okay. I'm thinking I might need to switch my rocks in my pockets as you're talking about green aventurine. Well, good. The green aventurine said, come and get me. Okay. So Green Tara, she is known as the female version of Buddha. I'm going to spray this for her while I'm moving. She is a female version of Buddha in whatever aspect that means to you, or if that is your belief. And so she is very much like Kuan Yin energy as far as like care and compassion, but she also holds a lot of like Kali Ma type of energy, like the death and rebirth, like cycles of life. She is a guardian of Mother Gaia and the earth. And she's great to work with, like if you're trying to connect with plants and trees and things of that nature, like nature spirits. Green Tara is a beautiful, beautiful spirit to ask. She will help you with your heart chakra as well. Like she will help you open up and expand and let go of grief. She's a beautiful, beautiful spirit. She's done a lot of work with Kuan Yin as well. What I really like about Green Tara is that she was asked by a group of people to switch into a male body so that she could become a Buddha. And she said no. She had a conversation with Kuan Yin, and Kuan Yin was like crying for the earth because like with all the travesties that were going on. And she told Kuan Yin, I will always come back in female form because we need strong females to lead the way and to give divine guidance and wisdom from our perspective. And so she made a commitment to always come back in female form and to work from that space. And so like, I really love her for that, right? Okay, so I'm going to read for my guidebook here for her, okay? Legend has it that, and I hope I don't butcher this name, Avalokitesvara, the personification of perfect compassion, was looking down on the earth one day and cried tears when he witnessed all the suffering in the world. This also can be like interjected with Kuan Yin though. I know that says this in the book, but whatever resonates with you. When the tears hit the earth, a lotus formed from which Tara, the goddess of compassion and light, was born. She has many forms based on different colors, and we have chosen green in this oracle because she brings a light of protection and safety with her. Always compassionate and loving, she helps us move into a new state of being and doing. So her extended message is, You are safe. Protection is all around you. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set for you. Cords being cut between you and your past so that you can feel energetically clear and aware. Don't worry about recalling fearful experiences. They aren't going to be recreated now. Just acknowledge them and leave them behind so you can step into a space of spiritual and personal freedom. Green Tara has placed a force field of complete love and acceptance around you. She is here to tell you that you are no longer needed, that you no longer need to build up walls around your heart, and that it's safe to trust what you feel and who is in your life today. Thank you, Green Tara, for coming through today. But if you want to start working with Mother Gaia, and you can do that just directly, but if you want like help amplifying that, or work with animals and plants and trees on a like higher frequency capacity, call in Green Tara to come help you. Okay. All right. Who are we? Let's see. Okay, this is Celeste. Be careful here. Okay. This is Celeste. Celeste is an orchid. Celeste, I was at the grocery store, and Celeste was like, I want you to take me home. And again, I was like, listen, I have so many plants that I need to give. And she was like, no, you have to take me home. And I was like, okay. And so her name is Celeste. She has a fairy that's attached to her. I haven't really like gotten to know the fairy yet because like all in like due time, right? She hasn't like said anything to me yet. That's okay. She's new. But Celeste, so if you are wanting to work on your chakra system and to heal your chakras and start working with them on a deeper level, especially if you're going through some like heavy, significant stuff right now, bold, beautiful flowers in your home space help you heal your chakras. Like every time that I've gotten flowers, like they really, one, brighten up your space, but they help heal all of your individual chakras, but your chakras as a whole. And you can ask the flowers to help you with whatever it is that you need as well. Like you can say, can you bring more joy into my home? And you can do this with any of your plants. You can say, can you help me bring more joy? Can you help me bring more laughter? Can you help me bring more abundance and prosperity? Like the plants want to help you with these things. It's just sometimes we forget that we can ask them. And so like I ask all of my plants to help me with that. And then like I do things for them. Like I water them, get them sunlight, play them music, like sing to them, play them affirmations. Like it's a beautiful like energy healing cycle you can both be in together. But if you want to help with your chakras, flowers are a great way to do that. Selenite and clear quartz, the difference. So selenite to me is like a cleanser and clearer crystal. And then quartz to me is like an amplifier. And that's my own personal, like how I work with them, but maybe other people work with them different ways. But that's how I work with them. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. But she told me her name was Celeste. She's super cute, very vibrant, very fun. So thank you for Celeste for coming in and helping with everybody with their chakras. But it doesn't have to be an orchid. You can get whatever flowers that you want. Sometimes I like getting flowers, like she's a living, breathing plant, right? Let's get you back in frame here, Celeste. She is... She is a living, breathing plant. Sometimes I like to get, oh, that's so sweet. Hey, Oriana. So sometimes I like to get cut flowers at Winn-Dixie or wherever I'm at for the grocery store, because like those flowers are going to, you know, not all of them are going to make it to somebody's home. And so I always like to try and get cut flowers. Like she's not, like she was like, I need you to take me home and like, I'm going to be a permanent resident. But when I have the flowers, like don't throw your flowers in the trash. Like that's another thing. I'm not telling you what to do, but your flowers, like a beautiful way to respect them and for bringing all that into your home, and that liveliness and the boldness and the freshness is to go and take them outside once they're, you know, done with their place in your home, and say thank you, and I'm returning you back to the earth. I used to throw mine in the trash. And now that I look back at it, I'm like, dang, I wish I would have taken them outside and been a little bit more respectful to them. So not saying you're not being respectful, but if you can, take them outside. And like that helps with you with your connection with their consciousness form too. Like, thank you for bringing all that joy and happiness into my home. I'm returning you back to your mom. Back to the earth, right? Okay. And sometimes we only like, I'm not trying to say that to like make anybody feel bad, because that was me. I was like, throw them in the trash. Okay. But sometimes like we don't think about things until like somebody says them. And like somebody said that to me before, like, hey, you should take those back outside. Or like anytime that I have to, like with Uma, when I had to pluck some of her leaves off to help her grow, I took those back outside. And I said, I'm returning this back to the earth instead of putting it in the trash, right? Okay, so the next crystal, this is Serpentine or Serpentine, depending on how you want to say it. This is a newer crystal of mine. So this is a transformation crystal. It's a shedding crystal. So if you have, you know, like behavioral patterns or cycles that are not serving you anymore, or maybe like relationships or just anything that's like not in its highest alignment for you, Serpentine is a great crystal to help you let go of those things and to help you transform into the newest version of yourself, the highest version, your higher self. Like you're always moving towards that, right? Like you embody your higher self, and then there's another higher self form, and then you keep on that cycle. This helps you transverse that a little more smoothly. Most of my crystals I get from metaphysical stores, because I like to pick which one wants to come home with me, because even though like, let's say Serpentine, there might be a bowl of Serpentine, they all resonate on different frequencies. And so not all of them would be right for me. And so I'll go and like sift through them and then pick the one that is resonating with my frequency. And so, but you can do that online too. Like if you go to Etsy, there's a lot of like great crystal people, and they have grids like A1, 2, 3, B1, 2, 3, like that. And then you can pinpoint the one that's like, it's me. Like that one, right? Whatever one that calls out to you. Okay. This is also good for letting go of fears. So if you have a lot of self-limiting beliefs about yourself, or, you know, imposter syndrome, this is good for helping you let go of those things. And it's a really pretty color. I love it. Earth Day green. Okay. This also helps you connect to elemental beings. So if you're trying to, if you want the witchy vibe, and you're trying to connect to like the elements, or like the elemental beings, if you know what those are, right? Or tree spirits, or like fairies and things of that nature, or like woodland spirits, like Serpentine and Serpentine is great for that. Okay. All right. So we are going to bring in Cactus Jones here. Cactus Jones is struggling, okay? If everybody can say a prayer for Cactus Jones, okay? So Cactus Jones, he's he is actually my original plant. He is a very slow grower, and he's very finicky. Like, he's very finicky, and not to like talk bad about him, but I never know always what he wants. Like, sometimes it's too much water, sometimes it's not enough water. I think I gave him too much sun. Now you can see he's a little crispy right here. So we're saying a prayer for Cactus Jones, and I'm sending him a lot of love and Reiki, if everybody can say a prayer for him. But he, like I said, cacti and succulents and snake plants are really good for helping you with boundaries and shielding and clearing and helping bring protection to your home. And so if that's something that you're working on, like on a subconscious level and an energetic level, like those are really easy plants to take care of, even though Cactus Jones sometimes is finicky. Thank you for sending healing energy to Mr. Jones. They're very easy to take care of. Snake plants, succulents, cacti, right? And so he's one of the original. Sometimes he's a grumpy old man. I feel like in a past life and this one. But we love Cactus Jones. He's very sweet. And maybe a piece of ice. I'll try that, a piece of ice. I watered him the other day, and I go very long time without watering him because, you know, with cacti, not a super long time, but longer than the other plants. And then I gave him some sun, and he enjoyed that, and then it was too much sun. So we're trying to figure out a good balance for him. Okay, thank you, Cactus Jones. I feel like he needed everybody's love. Where my other plants are kind of giving out a lot of love, he's like, I need it. Okay. All right, so we're gonna bring in, this is the second plant, that house plant that I got. She's been with me a long time, and she's very big, so give me 1 second. All right, this is Barbara. Okay, this is Barbara. He is fun. He's funny. He's just finicky. So this is Barbara. I don't ever like to say sometimes that I'm doing Reiki or Oracle card pulls on specific days and times, because sometimes I'm not in the energy, and sometimes like the energy of the collective, I have to like ride the wave of both those things. But I always try and let people know ahead of time when I'm going to be doing things like this. So this is Barbara. Barbara's a snake plant. She used to be very small, and she's thriving and beautiful, and she's a very sassy lady. Snake plants are great to have in your bedroom while you're sleeping because they help with oxygen, like they filtrate your home's air. And again, they're great for empaths and light workers because of boundary shielding and clearing. They're very vibrant. They're very easy to take care of. Like I said, Barbara's very sassy. But she's super sweet. And then she always likes to be next to me when I'm doing readings for people or when I'm doing lives. Like she sits on my desk. She likes to be a part of it and provide healing. She's a very old soul, like a very old, wise, not old, but she's been around for a long time. She's seen a lot of things. She reminds me of like one of the Golden Girls. But she's great. I love her so much. Barbara is my favorite, sassy, perfect name for her. My favorite book, the main character is. Oh, I don't know, but I want to be more like Barbara, right? She's cool. She has a good personality. She's very sweet. She gives me very like sassy grandma vibes. Like, ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. Like, I know who I'm about, what I'm about type of energy. She needs her own TikTok account. That would be so funny. That would be hilarious. I'll talk to her about that. Oh, thank you, Lori. That's a good idea. I'll put Cactus. You know what the funny thing is, too? Is that Cactus Jones likes to be by Barbara. Now that you're saying that, like when I put them on the table together, I'm going to do that now. When I put them on the table together, I don't know if it's because they've been together for a really long time, but he does like to be by her. So I'm going to put him next to her over here. Thank you for that reminder too. I hadn't even really consciously thought of that before, but like every time I put them on the table, like they're always next to each other. So I'm sure they're like pushing me to do that too. So thank you for that. All right. I'm gonna spray everybody with some spray before we finish up here, so you feel nice and protected. Is Barbara more like Rose or Blanche? I think, honestly, I think she's a mixture of all of them. It's more like the collective Golden Girl energy. Like, it's all of them together. It's just that vibe. Yes. Okay, so protective spray, peppermint spray for everybody. If you enjoyed this and you want to donate so I can do these in the future, It helps me to be able to do more of these. All of my PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App is Soul Harmony Healing. Don't feel like you have to donate, just if you feel like it. And then I do one-on-one sessions. I do Reiki, Akashic record reading, soul contract reviews. I help people with ADHD get their businesses off the ground. I do a lot of different fun things. I do Reiki as well, one-on-one sessions. There's links in my bio for that if you would like. Happy Earth Day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming to this as well, because a lot of times I think people think with Reiki it's just me doing something like for you. You're here and we're all in a collective space together. Like this right now, what we're doing is healing the earth, and it's healing the collective, because we are all coming together in this healing space to raise vibrations with self. But in raising your own vibration and frequency, it raises the collective. And so it's not just me healing you, it's you healing me and my plants, and them healing you. And it's everybody together in this beautiful healing energy cycle. Like we have green tar that came through, Mother Gaia, Earth, right? It's everyone together. And so everyone is here healing everyone. And I appreciate you for being here and being part of this beautiful healing space today. I feel great. I can feel that a lot of other people feel great too in here. So I appreciate every single one of you, and who will be watching this in the future. I'm going to put this on YouTube so everybody can either go back to it or watch it. And like I said, even if you're not watching it on Earth Day, this energy is encapsulated in this timestamp. And that will reach you wherever you're at in whatever time and space. And then you will be a part of this beautiful healing collective, and you will amplify everybody that's here as well. And they are amplifying you. It's this beautiful capsule that we have created together. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have any questions, I'll stick around for a moment here to see if I can answer anything. If anybody would like the Earth Star meditation, you can message me on Soul Harmony Healing. That's where all my socials, Patreon, Instagram, YouTube. You can message me and I'll send you the Earth Star meditation. Okay. I also have a email resource list that I put together that helps you with your Akashic records and your soul star chakra, to help you figure out what your purpose and gifts are, and to read your soul contracts. If you want those, you can let me know and I'll send them to you. Just make sure you type me up a reminder to say like, hey, you said you could send me these resources, and then I'll email them to you. Okay. Taking half a day off of work to enjoy the outdoors. Yay! That's so exciting. Yeah. And ask yourself, like, what can I do today to celebrate Mother Gaia? What can I do today? Because celebrating Mother Gaia is celebrating you. If you believe that, yeah, Instagram. Just message me on Instagram, or Lori, you can message me on Facebook. That's fine. Like we're already connected there. But you celebrating Mother Gaia is you celebrating yourself, and vice versa. Because if you believe we're all from one source point, and we're all source experiencing self, right? You picking up all that trash on the ground is you doing something for yourself. You being nice to like a bug outside is you being nice to yourself. Like it's all cyclical with one another. Okay. I was just taking care of my plants this morning too. Yay. Good, Brooke. That's awesome. Like they were calling out to you. I love that. Get you some house plants. I recommend easy house plants. Like snake plants and succulents and cacti. Get you one. And like go to Home Depot or Lowe's, look up, Google, how do I take care of it, right? But then once you Google it, like ask the plant how old it, or not how old it is, what its name is. You can ask how old it is too. But ask it what its name is. And then wait for a response. Sometimes it takes a little while. Like sometimes like you build a relationship, but it will tell you what its name is. Thank you for teaching how to love Mama Gaia. Yes. Thank you, Oriana. Oh, speaking of, okay, so Ride the Light Designs. This is my friend Oriana. She's amazing. I love her so much. So if you go to her Instagram, she is doing this, she makes jewelry that's infused with pieces of the earth, like shells and feathers, like beautiful, 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 beautiful. She is releasing a new ocean theme jewelry collection today. I'm so excited about it. I'm going to get back with you too, Oriana, about getting a piece from you today. But everybody should go check her new collection out. It's beautiful jewelry, and it's directly linked with Mother Gaia and Mother Earth. Because it's kind of the things are coming from Mother Gaia and Mother Earth. And so her Instagram is the same. Ride the Light Designs. Okay, everybody, I hope you have a beautiful Earth Day. Remember to celebrate Mother Earth, celebrate yourself. Go outside and put your bare feet on the earth. That is so incredibly grounding. So incredibly grounding. Like, I tell everybody, like, if you can do that every day for like a minute or even 5 minutes, like, it helps you reconnect on a very deep level. And we also have electrical currents running through our body. And sometimes we get real spazzy up in here, right? Like jittery and anxious and thinking about the future and all these things. If you go out and slam your feet on the bare earth, on the ground, and ask to ground in through your Earth Star chakra and connect with Mother Earth, you will feel so much better afterwards. Like, so much better. Remember, you're like plants too. You need water. You need sunlight. You need positive affirmations. You need to go outside, just like plants do. You do too. We get stuck indoors and we forget, like, oh, we're organism beings. I need sunlight, not just light from my lamp. Okay? And I know some people say, like, oh, well, it's cold where I'm at. Like, okay. Something that you can do if you have one is like a local, like, indoor or garden place, like Home Depot or Lowe's even. Like, you can go on their inside garden department. Like, I know Home Depot has one, but you can go in there and, like, just be around the plants and the trees that they have inside there. And, like, put your hands on them. Like, plants love for you to put your hands on them because we have energy that comes out of our hands, right? And we receive energy through our hands. They love that, and to tell them how beautiful they are. And, like, that they're special and that we love them, right? Like, they love that, just like dogs do, or cats, or like you. So, like, spend some time, like, when you're outside on a walk, like, putting your hands on the bushes when you're walking by. Like, they love that. And they'll start talking to you. Like, treat them like consciousness forms and friends, and you'll start hearing them on that frequency level, right? Okay. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see some of you later. Bye.